Have you ever felt, at some point in your life, like you were on the verge of something big? Like something grand was about to happen, but at the same time, you felt completely lost? Like the key to transforming your life was right there, in front of you, but no matter how hard you tried, you couldn't reach it? Have you ever had that feeling that the change you've been longing for is so close, but somehow still out of reach? What if I told you that the most important day of your life is closer than you think? It's not something that's weeks, months, or years away. It's not the distant future that you try to envision. The day of your life, the one that could change everything, is about to happen. Right now. In this very moment. You may not see it yet, but it's coming, and you need to be ready for it. This is the day that could be the turning point you've been waiting for. There's something inside of you, something deep, that's about to be awakened. This moment, this opportunity, is within your reach. All you need to do is be aware and ready for it. I know you may not see it yet, but there is something inside of you, something stronger than you realize, that is about to emerge. Something that will change your path forever. But the big question is, are you truly ready to live this day, to allow yourself to take the necessary step to transform your life? Or will you let this opportunity slip by? You are facing a moment that could change everything, but the decision to act is yours. Stay with me now, because what you need to know in this very moment could be the answer you've been searching for your entire life. This is the beginning of something great, and change starts with the choice to be ready for it. It's easy to get lost in the demands of everyday life, isn't it? It feels like the days just keep passing, and amidst all of it, you find yourself stuck, distracted by the small things, forgetting that something much bigger is at stake. Life's demands, commitments, and pressures, they all push back what truly matters. And you find yourself asking, why, despite all the effort, do I still feel like I'm going in circles? Why, so many times, does it feel like nothing is moving forward? As if, no matter how hard I try, something invisible is holding me back, preventing me from reaching where I've always dreamed of going. I know you felt this. That feeling of being paralyzed, of going in the wrong direction, or being stuck in the middle of the path, not knowing why you can't move forward. Maybe, in this very moment, you still don't realize it, but there's something much greater than you imagine influencing your decisions, your choices. Sometimes, we can't see what's holding us back because the obstacle isn't in front of us, contrary to what we'd like to believe. It's not something visible that you can touch or face directly. No, the real obstacle is within you. It's invisible, but so present, so strong. It's the fear that whispers to you not to try. It's the doubt that stops you from taking the next step. It's the insecurity that makes you question your abilities, your intentions. These feelings are powerful, but they're not the biggest enemies. The greatest obstacle you face isn't even fear or insecurity. There's something deeper, something even more subtle, controlling how you react to the opportunities that arise in your life. Something that tells you, this isn't for you, you don't deserve it, or you're not capable. These messages, often silent, have been the source of all your limitations. And here's the truth you need to face right now, you're being shaped by these invisible forces, and you can no longer ignore them. You might have tried to escape them, ignore them, or simply accept them as part of your journey, but you can't go on like this any longer. Something inside you needs to change now. It's not a change that can wait. You're on the verge of a crucial decision, one that could transform your entire life. This moment is here, right now. And this decision is the key. You need to break the cycle, to stop going in circles, and finally take control of your life. What you choose now could change the course of your story forever. I know that, at this moment, you might be feeling isolated. Alone with your thoughts, facing your challenges without anyone to help, unsure of exactly what to do. It's like you're going through a long, dark night, not knowing if the day will break or if you're doomed to stay lost forever. Perhaps you've convinced yourself that you're alone on this journey, directionless, unsupported. But what you may not realize right now is that something much bigger is at work, something that's been by your side all along. A silent force that, even though unseen, has been guiding your steps. It's there, deep in your heart, acting subtly, like an invisible presence. It might be hard to notice amidst the chaos, but it's there, guiding you, offering protection, offering direction. Do you remember those times when you felt intuitively driven to follow a path, even without knowing exactly where it would lead? Or those moments of clarity, when an idea or sudden vision seemed to appear out of nowhere, like it was the answer you needed? This force has been by your side all along, waiting for you to notice. Waiting for you to trust it, even without fully understanding where it comes from. This force doesn't demand perfection from you. It doesn't need you to have all the answers or to solve everything at once. What it asks of you is something much simpler: trust. It doesn't need grand gestures or eloquent words. It's there, silent and steady, waiting for you to recognize the right moment to act. It calls to you, not with a loud voice, but with an inner feeling, a sensation that tells you, this is the moment, you can do this. All you need to do is recognize it. Because the change you're waiting for won't come from the outside. It won't come from someone or something external to you. It's already inside you, waiting to be released. This presence, this force, is only waiting for a sign from you to act. And the sign is your decision. Your choice to trust, to move forward, even without knowing all the details. Your greatest challenge, what's really holding you back, isn't what's around you, it's not what you see in the outer world. The real challenge is what's inside you. It's the fear, the doubt, the insecurity that has yet to be confronted. But the good news is that this force, this inner presence, has the power to give you the courage to face all of it. Now is the time to recognize this force, to trust it. Now is the time to release everything that's been kept inside you. What you need, the strength you seek, is already within your reach. All you need to do is take that first step. But, as you well know, the situation isn't that simple. With each attempt, it seems new obstacles arise. And the worst part is, these obstacles aren't just in the outside world. They're within you. In the way you think, in the beliefs you carry, in the fears you nurture. Every step toward what you want seems to bring a new invisible wall, a new barrier that stops your progress. Imagine for a moment that you're standing in front of an invisible wall. You feel its presence, you sense it right in front of you, blocking the path between you and what you want most. But no matter how hard you try, you can't see how to get past this wall. It seems solid, impenetrable. Does that sound familiar? That's the feeling you're living, isn't it? The frustration of trying to reach something that always seems to slip through your fingers, something that feels distant, unreachable, like destiny has placed something between you and your dreams. But here's the truth you need to understand: this wall, this barrier, isn't something you need to destroy with brute force. It's not a battle to break, because it doesn't exist in the physical world. It exists inside you. And if you look at it from a different perspective, you'll realize it's not unbeatable. It can be crossed, but you need to change your perspective, to see beyond it. You have the power to cross this wall. What's missing is no longer strength, no longer resistance. What's missing is the choice to see what's beyond it. You need to believe that, by taking a step toward what you desire, the wall will dissolve. Because, as real as it may seem, it only exists as long as you believe you can't overcome it. The presence I mentioned, this silent and protective force, is here, by your side. It won't push you or do the work for you, but it's waiting for you to take the first step. It has been guiding your thoughts, showing itself in moments of clarity, but without your movement, without your choice to act, it cannot move forward. It depends on you. The power of this force is not passive, it's awakened by your movement, by your decision to continue, to look at the wall, and believe that, by moving, it will dissipate before your eyes. What you decide to do now is crucial. This is the turning point. What you choose to do at this very moment may be the key to unlocking everything ahead of you. You're on the verge of a transformation, and the only thing that can stop this change is the fear of moving forward. So, look at the wall you feel is in front of you, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, am I ready to take the first step, even without seeing the end of the path? The decision is in your hands now, and the action you take could be the key to opening all the doors you thought were closed. Now, the decision is yours. You're at the crucial point. You can keep going as you are, feeling that life is keeping you on the sidelines, unable to move forward, or you can take action and do something different. The choice is yours, but understand something important: it won't just appear on its own, it will require something from you. It requires action. It requires courage. Because, in this moment, you're facing a crossroads. The path ahead may seem dark, full of uncertainties, but it's the only path that can lead you to what you seek, to the transformation you desire. And to walk it, you will need to make a choice now. Not tomorrow, not when you feel more prepared or when everything seems clearer. The time is now. I know it may seem scary. I know that, at this very moment, you might have a lump in your throat, feeling the weight of what's to come. And that's normal, because everything that's meaningful, everything that's truly transformative, requires a courage you may not feel right now. But it's exactly this courage that will take you where you need to go. No matter how uncertain your path seems, no matter how big the doubt may be, the only thing that matters now is your will to act. What you decide to do in this moment is what will define everything that comes next. I understand, I know it's hard. I know that, in many moments, doubt consumes you and makes you question whether you are capable of moving forward. But, in this moment, you need to remember that the power to change your reality is already within you. It's waiting for your decision. Because the future you want, the change you seek, is right in front of you. There is no other answer, no other path. The only way to reach it is to do something now. The future is not waiting for the perfect moment, it's waiting for action, for a step into the unknown. What you decide now will define the person you are going to become. So, stop for a moment. Breathe. Ask yourself, am I willing to take the next step, even without having all the answers? Because it's only with this decision, with this first courageous move, that the rest of the path will start to unfold. You have in your hands the power to transform everything, but for that to happen, you need to choose to act. Now. Not tomorrow. Not when you feel safer. The future is waiting for you, but it depends on you taking the first step now. The choice is in your hands. The day you're about to live is not just another ordinary day. This is the day that marks the turning point, the day you finally take control of your life. The day you choose, once and for all, to leave behind everything that has been holding you back from being the person you were meant to be. This moment is here, right in front of you, and it requires you to take the first step. No matter how small or scary that step may seem, it's the beginning of something much bigger. I know that the fear of the unknown can be overwhelming. I know that, deep down, you wonder if you really have what it takes, if you're ready to face what's coming. But here's the truth, the future you desire is already being prepared for you. It's not in some distant place, waiting for you to become someone different. It's right in front of you, waiting for you to decide to walk toward it. What you need now is not a miracle. It's not a sudden change of circumstances. What you need is to believe that change begins within you, in your choices, in your attitude toward life. The transformation you are seeking, the one you feel is within reach, can start now. Because tomorrow, the future you want, is not something that will happen out of nowhere. It's built by the choices you make today. And the most powerful choice you can make right now is to decide to take the first step, even with the uncertainties, even with the fear, even without knowing exactly what comes next. Because the future you want, the one that's waiting for you, is not far off. It's waiting for you to move. It's waiting for you to decide to act now. I want you to know that this is your moment. The moment when you can finally start building the life you've always imagined. Don't let this opportunity slip away. Tomorrow, change, transformation, they begin with what you do now. So, stop for a moment and think, am I ready to take the first step? The answer is in your hands. What you choose now will change everything. The future you want is not far. It's waiting for you, waiting to be conquered, waiting for you to take the first step now.